Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to my live stream. It's a beautiful moment. We give glory and honor to God for the Father that He has brought us, for the gift of life that He has given to us. So we are going to see, use your ability, the ability that you have to do something, the ability that you have to achieve something, because God is ability to us. The ability of God is in us. As the Bible tells us that we can do all things through Him who give us the strength. So God has given us the strength. So we have that ability to achieve whatever that we want to achieve, even though we feel weak sometimes. But when the strength of God is in us, it will help us, it will motivate us, it will encourage us to keep going so that we can achieve whatever goals that we need to have in life. That's saying us that God, for it is not your strength, but it is God who is effective at work in you, both to will and to work, but the strengthening, energizing, and creating in us. That is God who is in us. So you can achieve anything you want through Christ, through God who is in us, who is always by our side, who is giving us the strength, the energy, so that we can keep moving forward. With God by our side, you will achieve. With God with the strength of God, you have ability to always be successful, to succeed in no matter what you want to do. That's why I say that God is always by our side. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem. You will receive the power of God so that you can have ability to achieve great goals, to achieve great things that you need to do in your life. The appeal of God in us, it will help us, it will motivate, it will inspire us to keep going, to keep moving, even when you don't know how things are going to turn. But when you have that appeal of God, it will help you to keep moving, to keep going. At the end of the day, you will achieve your success. You will fulfill whatever you wanted to do in this life. That's how that God will always be on our side. That's it, Mark. That's it. God provides the ability to use gift to achieve success and fulfill His covenant. But this is the book of Proverbs 22. Do you see someone is killed? So God can provide us the ability to use the gift that He has given us, because we have different gifts that God has given to us. With the ability of God, this gift that we have, it will help us to achieve our goals, to fulfill whatever side that we need, and be successful in everything that we do. So that's why that God is always by our side. The appeal of God lives in us. The appeal of God, we have it wherever you are. You know that the appeal of God is with you. You are capable to do something. You are capable to achieve great things that you want to do in this life. God, who is always by your side, is not going to abandon you. Is not going to leave you. But He will make sure you have achieved whatever things that you want to do in life. That's how we need that God always to be on our side. God always to lead us, to direct us, to give us the strength so that we can have that ability to attempt doing great things to in order to succeed and in order to fulfill whatever desire that we have into our heart. So that God is always by our side, because He said that, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for warfare and not for calamity, to give you a future and hope." God has knows the plan He has for us. So the appeal that we have is to drive towards our plans, towards our future, to see how our future looks like. So that's what that God knows what He has planned for us. That's why that the appeal that we have, we will keep trying, we will keep pushing, so that we can reach towards our future to see what God has already prepared for us. It will help us, it will motivate us. So let's keep going, let's keep moving. God will always be on our side. So we have to see the Bible process that will help us to keep going. When Christ in us, you will have the great ability, the great ability in God, that God will always be on our side. That says that you will record the, of course, that He could not speak to them as a spiritual people, what other caramel. And to the babes in class, he said, I feed you with milk and not with salt food, for until you know you were not able to receive it. This was Paulo. First Corinthians 3 1 to 3. This was Paul speaking. As we receive the word of God like a baby who start drinking milk step by step. When we are being mature in the word of God, it's when we start handling difficult things, more situations that are huge for us to do. So we need always to trust God. Know that we have ability to change anything in our life. We have ability to change anything in our life. So let us trust God. 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 That's why I said, I fed you with milk and not with salt food. For until now you were not able to receive it. And for now you are still not able. If you are still a spiritual baby, you choke at some truths. So if you are spiritual, maybe you shock some truths because you will face the temptations. When challenges come, you may fail. So this is how that we, as spiritual, as Christian, we go step by step. You start from milk. As time goes by, you will change soft, and you at the end of the day, you start eating hard things. That's how the Bible is. We need to grow spiritually, little by little. So long as we are moving, at the end of it, we are going to be very stronger in the spirit. And that's what that God will always on our side. Give us the strength that we need. Give us the courage that we need. With Him who is always by our side, things will be better. With God to be on our side, everything will be better. That's why that God will always be on our side. God will always stand by us. So let us always trust God. Let us always have faith in Him that no matter what happens, God is going to change our story. God is going to turn things in your life. Trust God, have faith in Him that you have ability to do something. You have ability to be successful in everything that you does. When you think that you don't have that, just know that God has given us the ability because the Bible in Ephesians says that God has given us power. God is always by our side. We can do all things through Him who is giving us the strength, who is giving us that confidence that we can achieve it. We can handle the no matter situation that you see. You have ability to move that mountain that is ahead of you. You have ability to fight that storm which is coming on your way. So let us trust on that God knows what is doing in our life. We can conquer with God by our side. Thank you so much for good Jared. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Hi to you. Kindly like the live stream. For those who have joined, please like the live stream. God has given us the power. We will conquer. For those things that which is scaring you, you have ability to do it. You can go through it. You can do it. You have power. You have that power in you that will drive you to reach whatever you want to be. With God by your side, no matter what challenges you may face, with God by your side, you will do great, great things that you never imagined that you are capable of doing it. Let us trust God. Let us always we know that God is always with us and He can never disappoint us. That's why the Bible telling us that God can never disappoint us. As we keep moving that we are like kids, you are like children. So as step one, our faith will grow little by little, like our baby. That's why Paul was saying that I will feed you like milk. As time goes by, you will start eating solid food when you are now spiritually mature, as you so we keep growing. It's a process. It's not that things that will come on like that. It will come as you keep meditating, as you keep reading it. God will always lead us. God will always do great things into our life. When God is always by our side, things will be better. So that's mean that we will start little by little. By milk, as time goes by, our spiritual will be strong. And we will start having the soul things that you can stand strong. No matter when it will come, you will never be shaken. That's when that with time goes by, we keep going. You may be able, trust me, if you are still spiritual baby, you choke at some truth. You may be able to handle some truth, such as that God has dressed you, that He has seen you and knows your dress, and He is with you. But you still don't know how to appropriate the fact that He is in you. That's when we are spiritual baby. You know that God knows me. But when you are that strong enough, you have become then a strong spiritual person. You will know that God lives in you. God sticks by your side. God has never left you. God is always by your side. That's why that when we are strong enough, that's what we need to learn, that no matter what, God is always by your side. God is always on you with us, no matter what. So keep us going, keep strong. No, your ability will change everything. Those things that you think that you can't, as one step at a time, so long as you are keep pushing, you are going to change situation. You are going to be successful. Your situation will change. You will be you will you will fulfill your heart desire as you keep moving with the appeal that you have. So do not be scared of anything, because you have power. You have that ability in you. You can do all things through Christ, who is the one who is giving us the strength, so that we can keep moving forward. It will motivate us so that we can keep pushing, we can keep going forward towards our goals. That says it. But when you begin to grow, you begin to realize and be conscious of the fact that He is in you and that He brought a lot with you. You discover of Christ is in you, your interest of a life of glory. For one, as we receive land before you learn how to appropriate His life in you. When you keep growing, you will now realize that God is in you. God is spirit. You live with God. That's why you start growing spiritually. You can never be bothered, because when you are starting out a spiritual journey, you will start. But someone says that God lives in you, God is in you. So there's a lot of questions that you ask yourself. But as you grow spiritually, you will understand that God is always by my side. God lives in me. God is always in my side. He has never abandoned me. He has never left by my side. So let us always trust that we have that ability, we have that power to achieve things that we want to achieve in life, even though you cannot understand it at the moment, even though you think that it is impossible. But when you look up to God, you will succeed. That thing you think that you are not going to succeed with God, you have that ability to make it happen. You have that ability to do it, and you will succeed. That's why that God knows what He's doing. In Romans 8:10 to 11. But if the spirit of Him who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, but if the spirit of him who raised Jesus Christ from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give you life to your mortal bodies through his spirit who dwells in you. If when but when the spirit of him the spirit of when the spirit of God lives in us, the one who raised Jesus from dead, then he will raise us, he will raise our body. He will raise whatever we think we are not going to do it. God has power to change everything in our life. God has power to make us great. God has power to give you that courage so that you can do whatever you want to do. He who raised Jesus from dead, you who raised Jesus from dead, if he lives in you, then he will raise your body. He will raise everything that you think is not going to happen in your life. He has that power. That's God. That's why we need to trust him no matter what. You need to trust God. We need always to have faith in him. He has power to change our story. He has power to turn things around, to move the mountains which in your life, to move that storm which is troubling you, which is giving you sleepless night, which is giving you not to rest again. God has power to change every situation in our life. We need to trust God in whatever I say. You learn to apply the life the Spirit gives you. You are most about it. When attacked physically, you refuse to harbor, but in your pain body, you say, I have got the life of God in me. The spirit that raised Christ from the dead is giving life to my body right now. This is when the life We are in when the challenges is attacking us, when the storm is attacking us, when we know that we have Christ in us, the Spirit of Christ is living in us. We can never be scared what life is doing towards us, what is against us, because we know the greater person is living in us. We have Him in our side. He will fight for us. He's not trying to abandon us. He's not trying to leave us later. He will stick by our side. That is God. He will change your story. He has power to change, make things different in your life. So we need always to know that God is always by our side. We have total purity. He will change our story. He will make everything good in His own timing. So that we need to trust God. We need to have strong faith in Him no matter what happens. Have faith in the Lord, knowing that we will run to apply the Spirit of Him is living in us. Our body is going to be filled. I refuse to have a disease in my body. Before long, that pain is gone. Praise God, we will always by our side. When you realize that God is Spirit lives in you, you will refuse you are about to be weak again. You will refuse. You will refuse to be scared of whatever attack that you will receive because you know that Jesus Christ, the one who raised him from death, God Himself is in me, is within me. He's going to change our story. He's going to change whatever which is happening in my life at the moment. That's all that we, no matter what happens, trust God. Our faith in Him, God is going to turn things around for you. God is going to change your story. Everything's going to be perfect in your life. No matter what happens, be strong in the Lord. You have ability to change everything. You have ability to be successful. You have ability to conquer whatever situation that you had because God is always by our side. Just know that when you are attacked physically, God will always be your side. When you are attacked spiritually, God is always by your side. He has never abandoned you. He will not abandon you now. He will see you through. When He God Jesus who dwells in us, He will always do great things in our life. He will change everything for good. Something that God is always by our side. Things will be better if we keep pushing, we keep moving forward. With Him in our side, everything will be better. With Jesus Christ, who will always by our side, He will change our story. So let us trust God. Let us know that God, Jesus, has never found the one who raised Jesus from death. So, what is that difficult thing do you think He cannot do in your life? That spiritual, that physical attack, you feel that you are attacked now, you feel so annoyed, you feel worried. God is His elder, and He has power to change your story. As a blink of an eye, God will make your story memorable. God will make a story that you will live happy and you will live to remember. That's how our God like doing things in a surprise way. When you are not aware of it, He has old plan for it. So let us trust God. Let's know that God knows what is doing into our life. With a blink of an eye, your story will change. Trust God. Our faith in Him, things will change. Everything will be better. You are like a baby who is trying to drink milk. As you keep drinking milk, you will not drink that milk forever. You will become stronger, stronger. The time you are now stronger, you will start strong whatever challenges that may come on your way. That's when that God by our side, everything is going to be perfect. With God by our side, things will be better. Let us keep trusting God. Let us keep having faith that no matter what happens, God, I stand because your Bible is always encouraging us. But this is not my end. You are always by our side. You have never left us. You know the plans that you have for my life. I may not understand it now because I sometimes feel weak. I have ability, but when I use ability, sometimes I feel weak. But when I trust you, things will be better. And our story will change. That's why we trust God no matter what happens in our life. Let us keep trusting God. Let us keep having faith in Him. Things is going to change in our life. Your story will change for good. When you think things are not going to be all right, just know that God has never left your side. That's something that God is always. When you remember that the one who raised Jesus lives in you. You have power. You have confidence. You have that strength that I will conquer. That mountain which I have seen before, it will come. I will pass it. I will climb it, and I will achieve my goals. I will have ability to do great things in our life. So let us trust God. Doesn't matter what has gone wrong in the moment. God is in you in the spirit. God lives in you in the spirit. He who dwells in you, he will change your story. He will strengthen you. He will make you great. So let us keep trusting God. So that you have so much in you. You don't have to be a victim of circumstances. You don't have to be a victim of the system. God's ability has become your ability. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. In Philippians 4:13, the Bible says that our sufficient of God. I am sufficient in his sufficiency. We are sufficient in God's sufficiency. We don't want to be a victim of circumstances. We don't want to be a victim of the system. We don't want to God appeal to become our ability. Let us allow the God is ability to become our ability. God can do everything. I am also through God. I can be able to achieve everything. Through Christ who is giving me the strength. Through Christ who lives in me, who dwells in me. I can achieve everything that I want to achieve in life. That's one that we don't want to be a victim of the storms of circumstances in life, of which we have been. We have allowed ourselves to be a victim of the circumstances that's happening. But we refuse to be continue to be more a victim of circumstances. But we know that God, in the ability of God in me, the strength of God in me, will allow me to achieve everything that I want to achieve my goals, and God will turn our story for good. Doesn't matter what you are going to know that refuse to be a victim of circumstances, refuse to be a victim of the system. Just know that the ability of God is ability has become your ability. That's what you want to declare for yourself. The God is ability will become my ability. The God who dwells in me, the Spirit of God that dwells in me, will make me to be the ability which God has given to me, and that will change everything in your life. Let us keep trusting it. Let us keep declaring great things, positive things, and we will see what God has planned for us. That's why that I am sufficient in His sufficiency. We are sufficient in God's sufficiency. That's why that sufficient is means that ability. That's means that we are ability in God's ability. So which means we are able. God has given us power, but sometimes the thought in us is the one which is pulling us down. We think that we cannot do it, while God has given us the power to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep moving. So know that you are sufficient in the God's sufficiency. You have power, you have ability through Him who lives in us. You can do all things through Jesus who is in you and who is giving you the strength, the courage, the read, the direction that you need to follow in order to achieve your goals, to get success, to reach where you want to be. That's why we know that God is always by our side. That's why that God never leaves us, God never fails us. It can never fail us. Christ, Christ in us makes us completely adequate of an institution of any situation that may occur. Christ in us makes us completely adequate of any situation that may occur. Christ in us. It is God who lives in us. When we thought that we are not, we don't know if God lives us. That's when we are starting in a big way of spiritual journey. But when you are mature of eating solid foods, you understand that Jesus Christ dwells in you in the spirit. The one who lives in us, he will give us the direction. When you are about to fail, he's there to give you strength. When you are about to be weak, he's there to give you that strength that you, my child, you are capable. You have ability to achieve it. I am here to always push you so that you can reach towards your destiny. the God in us who dwells in our life. No matter you are attacked physically. So when you are attacked physically, you want to see God physical. But that's not how the case. You know that God is spiritual. God is in the spirit. He is on our life. He lives in us. So He is inside us. He's the one leading us. You can do this, you can handle this and this. At the end of the day, you will find that you have won, you have been successful, and you don't know how. Sometimes you saw there was storm, a big storm ahead of you, a big mountain. So you never knew how you passed it. When you have success, you cannot imagine. Even if someone asked you, how did you come out of that? How? What happened? You cannot explain because you don't know what God did to you. It's the ability of God always push us to achieve great things without when you are scared, when you didn't have that confidence, but all of a sudden you achieve it. When people ask how you met, you cannot even explain because you have no idea. That's how God works in our life. Just to know that God dwells in your life. You are never alone. Is there to help us, to direct us, to lift us, so that we can lead us towards our goals, to achieve our destiny. That's why that God says that He will always by our side. The Bible tells us that He has made us able minister of the New Testament. In 2 Corinthians 3:6, Christ in you is all the ability you need. Christ in you is all the ability that you need. Stir up the gift of God in you, present for you are gifted and anointed to do all that He calls you to do. Stir up the gift. All of us, we have been awarded gift. Each of us, we need to discover our gift. Which gift that God has given you? Use that gift. You have ability to change surroundings, to change things in your life, to change even people that are around you by using the gift that God has given you. So, have we discovered our gift? Which kind of gift that God has given us? Because He has awarded us different kinds of gifts. So sometimes, when you discover your gift, there's something that will come you that you don't have ability to use this gift. You forgot that God dwells in you. God is spirit. He lives in you. So when you don't know how you are allowed to use what you can do with your gift, ask Him. He will answer. He will give you the direction. God will show you the way. Because you prayed, all of a sudden something came into your mind that God do this and this, and you find that things you started doing is working. That's how God works. He's always by our side. He whispers to us. We have known that when something is telling you that you can't do it, another thing is telling you are capable. You can do it. That's God telling you that you can't do it. While Satan said, the devil said, you can't. The work of the devil is now to put us down, which shows that we cannot achieve our goals. So we need to listen that know that God always dwells in you. You are never alone. Wherever you walk, God is walking with you because He is spirit. So let us know our gift and let us use it. It will help us a lot. It will help us to keep on. It will help us to motivate us, to inspire us to achieve great, great things in life. That's why that Christ appeared to this peer up. But for you are gifted and anointed to do all that He has called to you to do. God's ability has become your ability. Bible says that that is joined to the Lord in one spirit with Him. He that joined the Lord is in one spirit with Him. Once you have joined God, once you believe God, just so that your spirit has been joined with the one of the Lord, the Spirit of God, and your spirit has been joined, has become one, which is will be driving you. Whatever you do is there to talk to you that do this way, go this way, pass this way. Maybe you wanted to do this, the spirit that said that this is not going to succeed, you refuse to do it, you continue and you start another one, you became successful. That's the ability. You can do it through Christ who dwells in us, who lives in us, the Spirit of God which lives in us to direct us, to see us through. When we feel that we are discouraged, we are about to give up, it's here to push us until you find yourself, you have reached where you never knew you will repeat there. So let us trust that God knows what is doing in our life. We have been joined to be one spirit. That says that you are joined to the one with all the ability. That's First Corinthians 6:17. You are joined to the one with all their purity. You have been joined with God, the Spirit of God, who is the one who is offering all their purity. When you have been joined with God, with the one who has all purity, then what is that thing which is going to pull you down? What do you think will stop you not be successful or to achieve whatever goals that you have planned yourself? Just know that the Spirit of God will join us to be one person, the one who knows everything into our life, the one who knew us even before we were born. So when our spirit being joined together, it will help us. It will push us so that we can keep going, we can keep moving towards our destiny. You know that you have been joined with one, you are with one spirit, that which is God, who is always on our side. So we need to don't rely, let us trust, we trust the power of God in everything that we do. One is I trust the greater one in me. The greater one in you is Jesus Christ. We need to trust the greater one. Who is the greater one? God, the Spirit of God that lives in us, that is striving us, that is saying us that you are capable. You can do it. Keep pushing, keep moving. You are just almost there. That is the Spirit of God which will always motivate us, which will always tell us that keep moving, keep pushing. Things are going to get better. So no matter what, know that the Spirit of God lives in you, dwells in you, it will direct you, it will always give you the courage that you need so that you can reach towards your destiny. With God by our side, He will change your story. That's when that God knows what is doing in our life. God knows what is doing in our life. So let us trust God. Let us have faith in Him that no matter what happens, God never disappoints. God never leaves our side. He will be there by our side. He will drive us. He will always encourage us to keep moving forward. So it's up to ask yourself, do you know you have to discover that God is always by your side? He is always by with your side. He is not trying to abandon you. He's not trying to leave you. He will stick with you. He will change your story. He will encourage you. He will motivate you so that you can achieve whatever goals that you need to achieve in life. Trusting that God always by our side, no matter what happens, your story will change. Thank you for those who have joined kindly. Don't forget to like the live stream. Kindly like the live stream. In reading the book of First John 4:4, you are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is He that is in you than is He that is in the world. The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. The God that dwells in us is greater than anything that you see in this world. When you have that creator, the mightier one, you are not scared. You cannot fear because you know that God is always to protect us, is always to lead us, is always to take us to the next level. He dwells in us, He lives in us. And when He lives in us, He's driving us, directing us, He's leading us, He's guiding us so that we can keep going. He's giving us hope to endure whatever challenges that may come into our way, on our way. So let us keep trusting God, knowing that He who dwells in us is greater than whatever challenges you are facing. So that storm in your life, that huge mountain in front of you, God is greater than that. God is going to always do things that you never expected in your life. Let us keep trusting Him. Let us keep having faith that God never fails, God never forgets, God never abandons us. You started this journey with us, the one who created us. And He has said that He will give us the strength to keep going so that He will always be on our side. He's not going to abandon you, He's not going to leave you no matter what. The one who lives in us is greater than whatever situation that you are facing in life. This will motivate you. This will make you that no matter what, you will keep pushing ahead. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Those words that you are God mean you hail from God. You are the God kind. The Creator one lives in you, greater than all powers, rulers, and principalities, greater than all challenges. What a life He has given us to live. That's Second Corinthians 2:14. God has given us greater life. God has done a lot of things into our life because He has given us greater power. He has given us the strength that we need. He has given us a lot of things that we keep going. So that way that those words that you are going, when you in God, you are the God kind. The greater one lives in you, greater than all powers, rulers. The greater one lives in you, who is greater than all the things that you stand everybody in this world. He lives in you. And when he lives in you, he will always be on your side. He will direct you. You can never make a mistake. When you are about to do things that's not pleasing him, you will fear a warning. That's why that God is always by your side. Just keep trusting him. Just keep having faith that doesn't matter your current situation, you have ability to move that mountain, to achieve your goals, to be successful, to get great things in your life. Keep trusting Him, keep having strong faith in the Lord. So we need to know that no matter the situation that you are facing, you need also to stand strong, take ownership of it and work through it, knowing that you have ability to achieve, to conquer, to succeed. You are unshakable because the one who dwells in you is powerful, more than whatever you are facing. The one who lives in you is greater than that challenges which is scaring you. The one who walks beside you is huge and greater, who can never live by your side. He will always be there to make sure you have achieved your goals, your dreams has come true. As our Father, let us keep trusting Him. Let us keep having faith in Him, knowing that no matter challenges that I'm facing at the moment, God is always by my side. And when in the book of Romans, start 8, Romans 8, verses start 7, Romans 8, verses start 7. This means that we are more than conquerors. Christ in you gives you great ability to go, win, and keep winning. We are more than conquerors. Christ in us will give us the strength to win. He will give us that great things so that we can go win and win more. So know that you are more than a conqueror. You have God, you have Christ, who will always lead us, who will always walk beside us, who will make sure everything is great. So you are more than a conqueror. You will conquer whatever situation that you face. When you feel that you are hopeless, look upon God. Know that I'm more than a conqueror. This one, I must conquer you. I will have to conquer you. And God will always be by your side. So let us keep trusting God, knowing that no matter what challenges, no matter what obstacles, I'm more than conqueror. And when you say that you're more than a conqueror, great things will always fall in your life. So let us keep trusting God. Let us keep having faith that God be on our side. Give me the strength and the power to endure whatever that I may face. I don't want to be the victim of the circumstances. I don't want to be the victim of the system, but also to stand strong by the word of God. For the word has said that you can, we can do all things through you who give us the strength that we need. So lead us and direct us so that we can achieve our goals, our dreams to come true. That's what we need, that God will always be on our side. Always, 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 forever. Thank you for this opportunity. Please don't forget to like the live stream. Please don't forget to like the live stream. Kindly like the live stream. Just know that God you created us with a purpose. We have that ability to achieve everything. God has given that ability to always know that no matter what happens, God is always on our side. Not only in the Bible progressive revelation, but there are some truths that babies can handle and some higher truth that may be spiritually mature can handle. The babies can handle. So it's the revelation that there are those situations that babies can handle, like a baby. Those people are spiritually young who are running. When we keep growing our spiritual, there are those things that we are capable to handle. And those people are mature in spiritual. There are those cases that they can handle freely. And so we need to also learn to keep going, keep moving, like a baby drink milk step by step. At the end of it, you want to reach at the top where you want to be. That's you have that ability. Know that you have ability to achieve everything. You have ability to achieve great things in your life. No matter what happens, know that God as the ability of God lives in you because God Himself dwells in your life. Know that you will have ability to achieve our great things when the Spirit of God lives in you. Thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. So know that the Spirit of God dwells in you. He will change your story. He will turn things in your life. Everything will be perfect. Things will change. Everything will be right. That no, this is not what I wanted. You will see that how God will transform your story. He's capable. He's always ready to done things in our life. Trusting that people is always by our side. Things may not be the same again, but when we keep trusting God, He will change our story. The one who dwells in us, the one who lives by our side, our story will change for good. That's means that God never fails. God never always lives by our side. He will keep pushing. He will keep being on our side. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. That's the book of Jeremiah 29:11. The one who knows the plan he has for us. Even if he has given us ability, we also say that he knows the plan he has for us. He knows what is best for us. He knows what we are supposed to achieve, the success, the ability of doing a lot of great things. God knows he has that in our heart, and he's going to make it happen for us. That's it, matter what has fallen wrong, start strong in the Lord. That's why we have to see that Bible will always help us. Bible will always be there to guide us, to lead us, to show us the direction that we need to follow. Another Bible verse says, Deuteronomy 8:18, you shall remember, but you shall remember the Lord your God, for for it is He who is giving you power to make wealth, that He may confirm His covenant, which He swore to your fathers, as it in this day. But you shall remember the Lord your God, for He is who giving you power to make wealth. We always need to remember Jesus Christ. It's the one who's giving us power to prosper. It's giving us power to succeed in whatever we are doing. It's the one who's giving us power to keep moving. So we need always to remember Him. We need always to respect us that God is always by our side. Always by whatever you do, include God. Put Him first. Allow Him to read. Allow Him to direct us. When God is leading us, He can never fail us. When God is the one who is leading us, it's not Him to make us fail, but He will make us always understand that indeed this is God. This is the hand of God, and the things will turn successful for us. So respect God. Our power that God is the one who has given us power, is the one who has brought us this far. He has great things into our life. So that God is trust God. Know that God knows what He's doing in our life. Psalms 147 verses 5. Great is our Lord and abundant in strength. His understanding is infinite. Great is our Lord. God is great. The power of God in us is great too. So we need to know that God knows what is doing in life. He will change our story. He will change our circumstances to happiness. So he has keep us that God is powerful, God is always by our side. Doesn't matter what has gone wrong, He will stand for us, He will stick for our side to make sure things are going out smoothly. Just as that God is always by your side, no matter what happens in your life. When is the book of Genesis 47 verse 6? The land of Egypt is at your disposal. Let settle your father and your father and your brothers, the best of the land. Let them live in the land of Goshen. And if you know any capable man among them, then put them in charge of my livestock. If you know any capable, the man with power, give them that power to take care of my livestock, to take care of his children. So God knows that if you know, He will give that power to the person that this job you will do it for us, this thing you will do it for us. Always remember God. His ability is our ability. We are going to do great things. We are going to achieve a lot of things in our life. Our story will change. Everything will change in our life. Things will never remain the same again. Things will never remain the same again. That's why another one, First Samuel 2 verses 3. First Samuel 2 verses 3. Boast no more so very proudly. Do not let arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is God for knowledge. For the God is God of knowledge, and with him action and weight. With him action and weight. So we need to know that always trust God and know that your action is being weighed. Whatever you have done since you were born is always being weighed. It's in the eyes of the Lord. God knows everything, even the one that is hidden. You thought someone did not see you. God sees all those. So that means that we need to honor Him. We need always to trust Him. We need always to have faith towards Him. Be humble. He has done a lot into our life. Trust God, have faith in Him. When things turning out differently, just be positive. Know that God is always by my side. He's going to change my story. He's going to turn around. I'm going to achieve my success with God by my side. Exodus 4:10 to 12. Exodus 4:10 to 12. Then Moses said to the Lord, Please, Lord, I have never been eloquent, neither recently nor in the past time, in the time past. For since you have spoken to your servant, for I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. The Lord said to him, Who has made man mouth? Or what makes him mute or deaf, or seeing or blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now, then you go and I even I will be with you, your mouth, and teach you what you are going to say. This was Moses. Moses knew that he has no ability. Moses knew that he's not going to do it. When God was sending him to go to Pharaoh, Moses knew that he didn't have ability. He forgot that the ability of God was in him. That is us sometimes. I'm not trying to do it. I'm unable. I don't know how. I will not succeed. Excuses. Moses having a lot of excuses. That's why he did not want to go. But when God said, Who make all things? Am I not the one who make people deaf? Am I not the one who make people dumb? Am I not the one who all those things? God told him, I am the one who created it the way you are. And I know you can do it. You have power to do it. But Moses said, I was not eloquent, and I don't think I will be eloquent too. So Moses was here knowing that he doesn't have any ability. He doesn't have any power to go and rescue the people of Israel. That's what God insisted. You are the one. I'm not trying to send anyone else. When this opportunity comes to us, that's how what we say. I am not going to do it. I'm able. I don't have that power. I don't know how to do it. Maybe you look for someone else while that thing is tested for you. Let us look where we have gone wrong. Let us look where we are using these excuses. Let us be reminded that God dwells in us. The one who raised Jesus from dead, he will raise us. Where we feel that we are dead, where we feel that we are weak, he will give us the strength so that we can achieve whatever goals that we want to do to fulfill our purpose. Those excuses are there to fulfill our purpose. God created you the way you are in a unique way with a purpose for a purpose. So you need to fulfill it by yourself. Those excuses, I cannot do it. Like Moses, he was tricked. I cannot do it. I'm unable. But God said, who made you the way you are? I created you. I know you. You can do it. So the way you are capable. Nothing is impossible for you to do. God is always by your side. You are going to do it. You will do it. Those excuses like Moses, we need to stop it. The appeal of God lives in you. The appeal of God, you walk with it. Because God is spirit, He lives in us. He dwells within us. When we feel you are weak, He makes our body strong. When you feel that the mountain is huge, the storm is so huge for you to handle, He's there to tell you you can do it. You can do all things through me who is giving you the strength. So this more encouragement, it will help us to keep going forward. So let us keep trusting God. Let us keep knowing that God knows what is doing in our life. Exodus 6:30. But Moses said before the Lord, behold, I am unskilled in speech. How then will Pharaoh listen to me? How then will Pharaoh listen to me? I'm not learned. I'm unskilled. How will Pharaoh listen to me? I did not go to school. How am I going to handle this kind of job? How am I going to talk to these people? Will they listen to me? That is us asking all these questions. God has chosen you. God has given you ability. God is spirit dwells in you. God lives in you. But still we are in doubt. We think that we are unable. We don't have that ability to do great things. Thank you so much, Martin. Yes, yes. You have asked that question several times, and I answered yes. I told you yes, yes. I think the first time. Maybe you did not hear my answer. So let us look where we have been like Moses. I am speechless. I don't know how to handle this. God lives in you. God Himself is speaking to you, my child. I want you to do this and this. This will change your soul. This will change your life. You will be successful. You will handle it. I trust you. But we say, Lord, behold, I am unskilled in speech. How then will Pharaoh listen to me? That's how we ask us those questions. How are we going to do it? How am I going to do it? Those questions, God has trusted you. God has allowed you to do it. And still you are in doubt. And still that you think you don't have Father Pity. God cannot send you in a situation is to do something if He has not trusted you. If He's not with you. If He has not seen ability in you. So know that God has trusted you with whatever that He's trying to do in your life. That when you remember that God lives in you, God dwells in you, you will never be scared. You will stand, you will do a lot of great things. Know that whatever excuses we make, we delay our success. God is in us. It means that we are doubting God. Do it, and you can do it. Moses, at the end of it, he went, he did it. He was unskilled in speech, but Pharaoh listened to him. He did as God instructed him. God did not change his mind that I will have going to change to do someone else so that you can go and do it. God insisted that you are the one. You are the chosen one. You are the one who is going to rescue my people. You are the one who is going to speak to Pharaoh. And that's us. You are the one who is going to achieve what God has prepared for you. You are the one who is going to do it. Nobody else. You alone. You will make it. When you think you are a skilled, you don't have experience, you will do it. With God who is leading you, with God who led Moses, the God who was with Moses is the God who is still with us. He will change our story, He will change your ability, He will give you the everything that you need. Just know that you are capable, you will achieve it, you will do it, you have done it already. That's what we need always to be positive in any situation in our life. It will help us, it will motivate us, and things will be better. In the Psalms, first Samuel, I think this will be my first I will say. First Samuel 2:9. He keeps the feet of his godly ones, but the wicked ones are silenced in darkness. For not by might shall a man prevail, for not by mighty shall a man prevail. He keeps the feet of his holiness, but for the wicked are silenced in darkness. God will keep your feet when you fear Him, when you trust Him, when you have hope in Him. He will always keep your feet. You will never be shaken. You will stand strong. You will achieve your goals. Your success will lead towards you, no matter what. The things that you are scared of doing, you will do it. Moses was scared of going to talk to Pharaoh. He did it. So let us also realize where we have been going to, we cannot do it. We are weak. We are not going to do this. And we are right. So that now realize, be encouraged that if Moses did it, who am I? I will do it. With God by our side, we are going to do it. We will make it. We will achieve it. We will accomplish our mission with God by our side. That's what we do. That God will always lead us. God will always direct us with everything into our life. That's the Bible wanted to always read. It will encourage us. It will motivate us. Things in your life will change. So it's up to you to ask yourself, where have you made a lot of excuses? Where have you been? You have started like Moses, saying excuses. God Himself is speaking to you, but you are here making a lot of excuses. I cannot do it. I'm this, I'm this, I'm weak. I cannot manage this. And when we have learned where we have made our mistake, let us learn and correct them and go and do whatever God wants us to do to achieve our goals, to our life will turn, to change our story. Because that's God wants us for us. For God is always loving us. He wants us for paper. He always loves us so much. That's why that He will send us. We will do it with Him by our side. Our story will change. You have ability. The ability of God lives in you. You can change everything in your life with Him who is by your side. The one who has better plan in your life. The one who has prepared your future already. So you are passing this so that you can reach towards your destiny, which is already done by God. So let us run and let us keep pushing. Let us keep moving forward. With Him by our side, our soul will change. With Him by our side, everything is going to be perfect. No matter what happens, God is always good by our side. God is always good by our side. Thank you so much for those who have joined. God bless you so, so much. I really to appreciate. I can't take your support for granted. May good God fulfill your heart desire. May God be with you always. Just learn to know that God is always by your side. He has never left you. He has never abandoned you. Stop making excuses like to say that you cannot do it. To say, but God is always by your side. God is always by your side. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. God will bless each and every one for the support. I really to appreciate. Just learn to know that to not make excuses. Moses was busy making excuses. I cannot do it. I'm this, I'm this. But God insisted, you will do it. I'm sending you. You are the one. And God remains with his stand. So God was not thinking that they are going to do. He saw potential in Moses. And he believed that this is the one who is going to do and go and rescue my child, my children, my people of Israel. While he was busy looking about his weaknesses, he was also explaining himself to what his weaknesses. That's what he was busy speaking to God. But God saw potential in him. God saw ability in him. While Moses was used to able to see his ability, he was also looking about his weaknesses. That's what he was focusing on. While God was focusing in his ability to do it. So you have a you can do it. God is always by your side. He is going to give you the strength. You can manage. You are going to be successful. You will fulfill it. Your own desire must be fulfilled. God is pushing you while you are busy looking at your weaknesses, excuses. You are doubting yourself. Trust God. When God trusts you, when nobody else is trusting you, God has already trusted you. So do it, move forward, you will achieve it. God never abandon us, God never fail us, God never leave our side. He dwells in us, and we need to trust Him. We need to have faith and hope in Him, the one who dwells in us, the one who raised Jesus Christ from dead. It will raise our weaknesses. It will raise that thing that we, in our pit that we see, our thought that we see, and it will change our story. Thank you so much, Lilian Chilono. God bless you so, so much. Thank you for joining. May God bless you. So we know how we are pretty hard. Let us see where does our inability is. And when you change that inability to ability, God is ability is in you. As already put it in you. You can do it. You will change your story. That mountain you will climb. That storm you will shake it. The storm cannot shake you, but you will shake the storm. When nobody trusts you, God has already trusted you. He can never fail nor abandon you. That's what we need to focus most in our life. And with God by our side, this will be better. With God who lives in us, He will change our story. Thank you so much for those who have joined. God bless you. In Acts 6:8, and Stephen, full of grace and power, was performing wonders and signs among the people. And Stephen, full of grace and power, he was performing wonders and was performing wonders and signs among the people. You will perform that wonders when you trust God. You will make that great wonders, and people who never trusted you, people who saw that you are nothing. Maybe Moses saw us because he was a stammerer, People see him as useless. The world, how we know how the world we are living in, the wicked world, they will see other people, they will underrate other people, they will underestimate them. Maybe most people underestimated Moses because of his stammer, because he was unable to speak well. He was stammer. Many people underrated him, many people underestimated him, but God did not see all that. What God see him in him was ability to rescue people of Israel. That's when people see you as useless, people see you like someone who cannot offer great things in life. God has sees potential. God has sees ability in you. Let us trust God. Let us know that God never forsake us. He has chosen us. We will fulfill it. Whatever God has called for us to do it, we will do it. We will do it. That's why that God can never fail us. God can never pardon us. God will always be on our side. He will always be with us. No matter what happens, keep trusting God. You have ability to change your story. God will make things perfect in your life. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning. God bless you so much. I really to appreciate. May God bless you. Until we meet again, the next live stream. Bye bye.